Hi kids, it's exactly 2:58 a.m. So I'm trying to keep this quiet. I just got home from watching Deadpool and Wolverine, midnight showing, and as promised, here's my spoiler review. Now, before I get into it, the last time I did a spoiler review was way back in the day for Rogue One, because I managed to see it at an advanced screening. And I put loads of warnings up, spoiler review, and I still had a few people going, "Why did you spoil the film for me?" What can I do? This is going to have spoilers in it, all right? Now, it's not going to mean nothing in a week's time when everyone's seen it, but right now, the only spoilers are going to be in this, so I can talk about the film and what I liked about it, etc., and what I didn't like, and without censoring myself. So there are going to be spoilers in it. You've been warned. It says it in the title. It just said it in the opening credits. There's going to be spoilers. So, overall impressions. It's the most comedic of all of them, for the most part. There is big chunks of heart. There is big chunks of drama and intense stuff, which is quite good. It is all focused around the TVA and different timelines, obviously, because there's bringing Wolverine back and these kinds of things. And if you've seen the trailers, X-23, played by Daphne Keane, etc., etc. Now, as I was watching the film, I kind of started thinking, if you get the film Airplane, the comedy classic Airplane, and put everyone in superhero suits, that's what most of it seems like to me. It pulls no punches when it's taking the mick out of Disney, Kevin Feige, Marvel, everything, basically. No stone is left unturned. And everything is mined for jokes. It's not a kid's film because there's lots and lots of language, lots and lots of gore. As you can imagine, with a guy with two swords and Wolverine with the claws. Hugh Jackman is great in it. Ryan Reynolds is doing what he does best. You could tell he's having the best time of his life. The basic storyline is the TVA pick up Deadpool, Wade, who's feeling a little bit kind of screwed up in life. He's no longer with his girlfriend and Vanessa, and he's got a job selling cars, and he hears that the TVA basically have got this problem, but to do with timelines, it's all timey-wimey, and basically they said, this is your chance to go back and fix some stuff. So being the contrary git he is, he finds out that the person who can help him the most is Wolverine. So he goes through many, many different universes to find a Wolverine who will help him. And he comes across the one that we've seen in the blue and yellow outfit, right? But here come the spoilers, so you have been warned. In his journey to find some of these Wolverines, we come across a very short Wolverine who is played by Hugh Jackman, but he's the right height that all the die-hard fans wanted. I remember years ago when Hugh Jackman was cast as Wolverine back in X-Men 1. Wolverine's supposed to be 5'2". Well, you get to see a 5'2" Wolverine, and it's hilarious. He also comes across a very jacked Wolverine, and when he turns around, it's Henry freaking Cavill, who does an amazing job, and Deadpool says to him, "This just feels right," before getting punched miles. Brilliant to see Henry Cavill. That was one of the high points for me. Literally a 15-20 second scene, but Henry Cavill as Wolverine, you know what I mean? And he sees, Weapon X and loads of classic splash pages from all the years of Wolverine's history and stuff. We also see many, many renditions of Deadpool, hundreds in fact. You see Lady Deadpool. Now the question was, is Lady Deadpool played by Taylor Swift or Blake Lively? It's never given away. It may be in the end credits. I didn't stop to read the scrolling names at the end, so if you know, you know. But she doesn't take her mask off or anything. There is a Welsh pool who's got Wales flag all over, and that's going to go down well in Wales because of the Wrexham connection, etc. And some of the other cameos that come in. Well, the main villain in the piece is, oh God, what's her name? Cassie, something like that. She's basically the estranged sister of Charles Xavier, and she's trapped in a place called the Void, which is where you see the trailer of all the 20th Century Fox stuff and ruins, etc., etc. And in the Void are a load of, it's like the junkyard where people who are pruned from different timelines get thrown into it. So here come the cameos. Chris Evans as Johnny Storm. He's got a big role in it. Wesley Snipes as Blade. That was the second best part for me. Wesley Snipes back as Blade. Obviously, X-23, Daphne Keane. Pyro from the first X-Men film. Sabretooth, played by Tyler Mane from the first X-Men film. Now, Toad and Juggernaut are both in it, but they're not played by Ray Park and Vinnie Jones, respectively. Apparently, the actors didn't want to do it, so they got looky-likeys kind of thing. Elektra, Jennifer Garner comes back as Elektra. Never liked her movie. Wasn't a very likable character, unfortunately, and the film flopped big time. But still, she got to do a bit. And Channing Tatum as Gambit, Remy LeBeau. So, whether you know or not, there was a Gambit movie in the works with Channing Tatum to play Gambit, and it fell apart. It didn't happen. So this is your only chance so far to see Channing Tatum playing Gambit. And he's pretty good. They all get a lot of fight scenes. Some of the fight scenes are all in slow motion to show you lots of gore and stuff going on. There is some fast fight scenes. There's a really nice one where all the hundreds of other Deadpools have to take on Wolverine and Deadpool to the tune of Like a Prayer. There's lots of music in there. I think they use Like a Prayer quite a lot. Is it a good film? Yeah, it's very entertaining. I was worried that too much fourth wall breaking and in-jokes about Marvel and Kevin Feige and Hugh Jackman and Ryan Reynolds and blah, blah, blah. I thought that would get on my nerves. There is loads of that. And maybe a bit too much, I don't know. But it's not a bad film. There's so much to unpack. I need to watch it a number of times, I think. I'm going to give it my rating now, my scoring. I always score my films out of 10. And obviously nothing will touch the holy grail of movies, which is Star Wars: A New Hope. Suck it, Empire lovers. The only other film that got 9.5 out of 10 for me was the first Avengers movie. Again, it's all completely subjective. You may not like Star Wars. Most people prefer Empire, like I said, and you may not like the Avengers movies. But this is my rating system, okay? I would give this Deadpool about 7.5, right? And it doesn't. I know we live in a world where everything has got to be 1,000,000 out of 10 or 0. 7.5 is 75%, okay? So it's I think it's better than Deadpool 1 and 2. There's more in it. It's more satisfying. I'm probably going to see it again at some point, just to catch the other references. There's loads of little things to spot. There's references and visions of like things like Ant-Man, the Fantastic Car, goodness me, like mentions of other characters and things like that, other actors and other films. End credit sequences. There's a mid-credit, like in the old, well, you probably don't, the old Burt Reynolds films, the credits roll up the side like that, and in the one side there's a blooper reel. They've put this blooper reel together from all the movies, X-Men, Fantastic Four, you name it. There's all these kinds of little blooper reels just to show you how far they've all come since their very first time. Lots of Hugh Jackman clips, obviously. And then there's one end credits. After all the end credits roll, there's a scene where Deadpool says, "Oh, by the way, I just want to clear something up. I'm not responsible for the death of Johnny Storm. Let's roll the tape." And they show you a clip where Johnny Storm shoots his mouth off about the villainess, and he basically has exonerated Deadpool from blame because he did shoot his mouth off, which he said he didn't during the movie. So if you're sitting there going, "I can't believe you've spoiled the whole movie for me." Firstly, there's so much in the film that I can't talk about in 10 minutes. that even if you know all the spoilers, it's still going to be a heck of an entertaining time. Like I say, it's very gory, it's very profane. The fight sequences are amazing. You know, the chemistry is good between everybody, to be honest. Yes, you get to see Negasonic Teenage Warhead, you get to see Colossus, Blind Al, and, you know, Dopinder, who doesn't actually get to say a single word, I don't think. But yeah, it's a very good time. It's going to be a massive hit for Marvel, I think. And it because of all the fourth wall breaking and stuff and the jokes about Disney and Fox and everything else, you kind of get the feeling like it's in the MCU, but it's also, it's like a Deadpool comic. You know, he talks to the reader, he explains that he's in a comic book and everything, so there is that weirdness about it. So you can't take it 100% seriously, but it is really, really good. And yeah, 75%, 7.5 out of 10. Go see it, you're gonna love it. Do not complain that I've spoiled the thing for you in the comments, because it's a spoiler review. What did you expect? But hey, what do you think of it? Give it a couple of days before commenting. If in the early week or so of release, don't comment on spoilers down below, because it'll ruin it for other people. This is a spoiler review, so all the secrets will be self-contained within this video, and that's why I've marked it as a spoiler review. Like I say, I did that with Rogue One and people complained, because clearly they don't read the title. Anyway, that's it from me. I'll see you again on my regular Tuesday videos. They're not that regular, but generally if you're going to see me, you'll see me on Tuesday. It's about 3:15 a.m. now. I've got to finish editing this together. Anyway, take care now. Bye-bye then.